today, and and grazie a tutti per essere stati con noi ieri sera. Let me, yesterday was a great start with many people, super full room, and many nice stories that we've heard about from the speaker that we had, and I hope we had also very meaningful connections from the people that we had here last night, and so I hope you will enjoy the same today. So, as you know, yesterday you listened about many stories, because and we also listened to us talking about stories today. Because for Emotion Network, stories matter. Stories matter when lived and when are told well. So we are in a moment where, for us, the most powerful tool of media is transform information and transform stories in an inspiring way. And with Emotion Network, through our content, through our event, producing movies and documentaries and events like this, we try to do that. And we try to put together storytelling, connections, and ecosystem together to reach the goal that Emotion Network had since the beginning, so to unlock the human potential all together. It's now the 4th edition, so we started with this idea of doing Tech Emotion like you're seeing here today during COVID time. I remember we were with my wife lying on the grass in the garden, also talking and dreaming about that and doing video calls together with my co-founders, to imagine what you see here today. And COVID, of course, didn't get the chance to do that in 2020 and neither 2021, but this is the 4th edition. We're really happy and honored to be here today. And very, very happy and proud of what we've done so far in this group. But an event like this, it's part of the storytelling that takes another dimension, that is going into story living. So you're always listening us to talk about story living because, as said, stories are very powerful, not only when are told very well, but mainly when they are lived well all together. And then we ask you also to think about this also for everything that you do. Humanism is a part, and it's an important part of the work that Emotion Network is doing, and we talk about unlocking the human potential because we see that in this moment there are many, many challenges that are facing the human beings, like AI, climate shifts, hybrid work, digital overload. But even if people are very much connected, and more the people are connected, people feel much more also isolated. And we see the wisdom is harder to find, and we see that it's more difficult to get, powerful and meaningful connection. That's why we use this mix between technology and emotions, creativity and culture, innovation and humanity, and performance and meaning. You see that the title of today is the Symphony of the Ecosystems. So why ecosystems matter? Because think about any innovation, any breakthrough, anything that is important in changing the world. Nothing happens in an isolated way. Everything happens in a network. That's why Tech Emotion is a network. Emotion Network is a network. And we are a content platform. We are a summit. We are a club, a movement that want to put all this together because the individuals alone cannot do the same thing that an ecosystem can do altogether. And we also think that through the content we produce, through the summit we organize, we can have also a new way of learning. How do you learn best? Do you learn best through slides, through webinars, through books only, or you learn very well when you are touched in the heart by something that surprises you and give you the chance and the hope to do something better and inspires you. So also with TechEmotion.com, that is our streaming platform for education, we try to produce documentaries and podcasts and masterclasses with the goal to inspire people through stories and to be in a way for corporate and for people to be well developed and to continuously develop our own skills, professional and personal ones. But we think that, in this moment like here, we have even more connect our community. The community is what, the community and the ecosystem we were mentioning before, what is like push the boundary much ahead. And so we launched a Tech Emotion Club, so a club that is organizing events not only in Milan, this is, our main event, but also in New York, in Stockholm, in London, in Budapest, in Helsinki, in many different countries where we want to connect people also in a smaller group to let the people, be connected, be inspired all year long and not only in these beautiful days here in May in Milan. So happy if you can join us in any way you want, from now on, doing, this kind of event together through the Tech Emotion Club. So in this, what we have learned? We have learned, many things in this path. First of all, we learned that people are not tired of learning. They may be tired of learning something that don't matter. people are not tired of walking. They're tired of working is something that, I mean, for them, they don't feel alive out of that. And they are not tired of connecting. But many times connections are shallow, performative, and transactional. They want real connection. They want to be part of real connection, and that's why we think we have to give more depth and more meaning on the connection and the content that we do. And this is even more important in the era of generative AI. Because, you know, generative AI, everyone knows that it's going to change the world in a good way, but also potentially in a dangerous way. It changed a lot of things, much more efficiencies, much more, you know, great challenges to be faced in medicine and climate change through AI. But we also know that AI, generative AI, will change jobs. Some jobs will be obsolete, some other, you know, will disappear. And so people has definitely to face this, you know, no matter what. So, but the most important thing is not only how people can earn money, how people can survive, and that's of course a crucial thing, but it's also, there is another one that, I mean, that we really take care of, it is the purpose in the era of AI. Because as you know, many people find a deep personal purpose in their work, and meaning that connects their everyday life. So, if the work that someone has done for decades here, it will be essential for us, I mean, that we find a new way to approach our everyday job with a deeper purpose. If the job is not only, you know, get a salary, you know, to live, we have to choose something that can give us a better purpose, a stronger purpose, and that's why we need to do that with passion. Because you know that everyone that is working to something with passion in some way doesn't even work, you know, it's just like playing and being. And so we want to also use this to spread this culture and give inspiration to that, because it will be, for our point of view, very important. So, coming to the title of the ecosystems, the strategy for these times that we have to create as much as possible collaboration over competition, collective intelligence over silos, and share values over isolated success. So we think that we know that ecosystems for nature are resilient, adaptive, and generative, but we have to spread as much as possible the creativity and use ecosystem for that. And so please come to do that all together with us. And this, we think that, I mean, we also have to take care about the people that are behind. We have to be much more inclusive, because an ecosystem works well if we think about the people that are not maybe in that ecosystem. So we have to take care about who is here and who is not here, and think about the decision for them to make a better society. Even if in this moment there are some parts of the world that say that, you know, forgetting this, but even more for this reason we are here to build more bridges, to try to do as much as possible, also against the waves and against the current of the waves. And we have to open, you know, we have to open the culture to this and try to change the culture of this. We have to connect what is fragmented, we have to translate between different disciplines, and we have to try to put differences together for a common good. So, and this, you know, this is for us a starting point, it's a 4th-year starting point of this, and I'm really happy to share this with us today. There will be many stories you will listen later, you're going to be inspired by many people, and so I ask you that, I mean, we have this tool of this event, and like this with the tool of the stories, and we have the people that you are. So now what we need is to have the will to build an ecosystem, to build an Italian ecosystem, a European ecosystem, with a stronger global ecosystem, also with US, China, India, all together to not, you know, face the big challenge of the future alone. So ecosystems are not responding to the future, but they are shaping the future, and so I would love to shape this future together with you, and I thank you all for being here today.